Good evening! I don't have a proper intro. But these things, they're a meme, right? I've made lots of them. Look at all these. I'm going to walk you through how I did that. So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to get Ricklink Studio. It's basically a software that lets you edit fake Legos on your computer. I'm not going to walk you through how to install software because I already have it. For this example, I will be attempting to create... Okay, so change of plans, I'm going to make Donald Trump. Just because it's easier. This is me voicing over because I'm shit at making videos. You right click to pan the camera around. Middle click to move it around, which is different from turning it. You're just gonna get a torso. Type arm left and arm right to get the arms in the relevant colors. Also, that little colored square next to the search bar lets you choose what color everything shows up, and you're going to want to make sure you don't have hide unavailable colors turned on because that will screw things up. Also, you don't need hands or legs because those aren't going to show up in the picture. You know, this is a convenient opportunity because sometimes you'll find that the correct face simply does not exist for. So when that happens, what we can do is we can open a secondary program called Part Designer. Once we get in here, you're going to import a studio part. In this case, the minifigure head. Stud recessed because that's... oh. No, that's not the right one. It doesn't matter. And then what happens is you pull up this folder that I will also provide, full of decals from the official LEGO Digital Designer. That's also very old and stinky. We're just going to go with this guy. I'm putting a lot of work into it. Save the image somewhere you'll know where it is. Once we are back in Part Designer, you're going to insert an image to what you just created. Line it up right about here, and to make it fit on a minifigure head, you'll have to resize it. Maps like that. You should be able to click on the middle of it, hit the check mark, and there you go. Now it's a head. I don't. Head. Export this with whatever name you want. And when you go back to Studio and switch the palette to Custom Parts, you should now have it. Right? This looks awful, but I'm going to use it anyway because this is an example. So what comes next is we go up to render. You're going to want to center it, then rotate it that way. Render it, you're going to center it, rotate it that way. I like to put the zoom scale at about 0.53, but you can change that, I guess. Make sure I like to keep stud logo on, but leave UV degradation and scratches turned off. And quality, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to try setting quality to 32, even though I've never done that before. Alright, so now our render is nice and finished. You're not going to want to copy this straight from here because that won't work with the transparency. But navigate to it in the folder that it's saved to. Right here. And go ahead. Now, I'm using my old and janky graphics editor that already has this whole template done up. But chances are you don't have that. But it is essentially just this ring template that I found on Reddit, a black background with a few extra stars, and an extra black ring just overlay. And what we do, take this image. I'm gonna resize it so that head alone takes maybe about half of the area of the circle. Of course, keep it centered. I'm going to erase everything below the inner black circle. And it's not applying in this one in particular, but should you end up with something that happens to extend beyond the top of the circle, if it's about below the half, then what you're going to do is actually erase the overlaid circle so that the figure itself goes through. And again, you're probably not using it, but find something. It's not much. So yeah, you do that like that, but we're not doing that because it looks like this. So that's pretty much it. You just save that as a because barrier to JPEGs, and there you have it. Now I have to edit this